Viewers, welcome to Finding Fairways here on Up North Sports Radio, our Up North Sports Radio Facebook page and YouTube, brought to us by Boyne Golf. Jerry Coyne on with the legendary Fred Altvader, freshly back from Augusta. Freddie, how was your trip? I saw some of that stuff from Scotty Scheffler addressing you at the Golf Writers Association. That people are saying it was quite the speech.
Yeah, he did a nice job and really kind of, surprised. I mean, guys, it's a Golf Writers of America, right? So the guys do show up most of the time if they're there at the Masters. And other people actually fly in. Stacey Lewis was there. She got an award, and a couple other people. A couple Champions Tour players, Stuart Sink, he got an award but couldn't be there. Of course, he's getting ready for the Senior PGA across the or in Florida. But no, it was very good. It was held at Augusta Country Club. Really, really nice, which, as you know, Augusta backs up against Augusta National. And
oh, yeah.
Like number 13 and stuff, like they keep buying ground off Augusta National to expand the golf course a little bit, paying through the nose for that stuff. But yeah, it was really good. Really enjoyed it. Scotty was, he's so, unassuming, quiet, and he just does a nice job addressing people. And, totally departure from him criticizing the setup at Augusta National, which it was difficult. It was hard, but I thought it was pretty fair for everybody. Didn't you think so?
I'm sure it was. The thing that happened is on Thursday, the afternoon was markedly more difficult. Your shots weren't able to hold the green. People weren't getting the second skip bounce, to slow down their approaches. And I don't know if that was, I don't think the agronomy staff at the Masters was thinking about it. So when it flipped, you figured, well, that was what would be happening with the morning wave on the afternoon of the second day, and it didn't happen. Scores were lower on Friday afternoon by, almost 3 shots than Thursday. And without a weather change or really that much wind, it was kind of inexplicable, and I think that's what upset Scotty and a whole bunch of guys. He wasn't the only one bitching about that.
It's unusual to complain about Augusta National. Everybody reveres it so highly,
yeah.
And they don't like criticism, for sure. And they really bear down on every minor detail. I mean, I've told this for years to anybody going there for the first time. If you can find one weed, if you walk around the property, you can find one weed, I'll give you $1,000. Because you can't, I've walked around my head down, and you cannot find one. It's either grass or pine straw. That's it, buddy. Or sidewalk, paved. But it's such a beautiful property. Like I told you the other day, I have a love-hate relationship with the place, but oh my God, it's so beautiful, so beautiful. It takes the breath away.
What do they do about smoking?
There are areas outdoors where you can. They frown on it, but they can't stop it. It's open areas, so yeah. And there's only a couple. There's only a couple. It's not, and you really don't see a lot of people smoking. It's not done.
See, I would be buying those dollar beers and huffing a cigar. I don't know what they would do about that.
Well, don't throw the cigar down, or you'll be kicking it out.
I'll eat the butt.
Did you see they kicked Calcavecchia out for having his phone on the course?
Well, Mark, I haven't heard his name in so long. I had to, for a minute. I go, well, he didn't win the Masters. What the hell is he doing there?
Well, all the major winners get honorary passes. So he won an Open Championship, so he gets an. So maybe who knows? I don't know.
I don't remember him ever playing very well at Augusta.
No, it wasn't. No. I got a question for you before we get started. Did Rory really win the Masters, or did the other guys gag it up and lose it?
Well, you could say that about Justin Rose. The flubbed, 12 changed the whole tournament for both of them. I mean, how Justin Rose laid the sod over that first chip on number 12 and made a bogey there is kind of inexplicable. And then Rory hits one of the ballsiest shots you'll ever see on the last day at number 12. I mean, you don't see guys shaking
That had to be a
in.
mistake. He's not trying to fade that ball.
No,
There's
it
no
sure
way.
didn't look like it. He hit a knockdown 9-iron. That's what I would hit. You know, I mean.
But it just cleared that bunker, just cleared it. But even in his mind, in the bunker's not that bad because you're still
No, the
uphill.
bunker's not that bad, but
But don't
I mean,
forget Cam Young. Don't forget Sam Burns. Sam Burns was right there, and he gagged it up on Sunday.
but Burns gagged
big
time. Yeah,
he had like a perfect driving round on Saturday. He was fantastic. Cam Young tied for the lead, and he gagged it up big time.
Well, he didn't really gag. Cam didn't gag. He just didn't make any birdies.
On the back nine, he made bogeys on the front. I think he was one over on the front. And then he just parred out the back for a 73. And you can't do that, on the back nine on Sunday at Augusta. You got to make a couple birdies at least.
That was the other problem with Rose. I had Rose. He hits it in there. He had a 15, 18 footer for eagle, and comes away making par. Those two, 12 and 13, killed him. And then he's still in it and missed the mark to make an easy birdie on 16. So, those are the holes that you've got to make hay on. And, somebody said, and it was pretty interesting, Fred, I have to agree with them, that Scotty and Rory had the inverse rounds, right? Scotty was 1 over for Thursday and Friday and 12 under the last 2 days, and Rory did the exact opposite thing.
Yeah. And that's what I want to talk about next, actually, with Scotty. How many putts did he miss on Sunday? At least four very makeable putts. He normally makes at least half of those, or 3 out of the 4. He wins by 2 shots.
Yeah, there's no doubt. I mean, everybody was missing short putts, though. I mean, the greens were that tough. Rory missed 4 or 5 5-footers on Saturday and Sunday. I mean, those greens were as hard as I've seen them.
Yeah, I thought that part was great. But Scott just shot himself out on Thursday and Friday, which was understandable. He hadn't played for 3 weeks. He'd been home, wife having a baby, taking care of the children, probably not practicing as much. I really didn't expect him. I thought maybe he'd be top 10. But to be finished runner-up and do what he did on the weekend, set a new record with no bogeys on the weekend, that was phenomenal stuff. And he still missed a bunch of putts. If he would have been putting well, it would have been his. Yeah.
Well, we'll see. He's the massive favorite to win at Hilton Head this week. So it'll be interesting to see how that all rolls out. Freddie, I know you got to go. You've got to do your show, the Indiana, Ohio, American, and now Kenyan Golf Chronicle.
We're expanding overseas, yeah.
Yeah, that's right. But I know you were down there this week. I just wanted to get a quick check-in with you.
Yeah, no, it was great. Like I said, they have so many rules, and it blows my mind. The people that run it are so strict, but they've maintained the tradition. It's a fantastic tournament, fantastic golf course. I love watching it every year. Can't wait. It's only 12 months until it goes again.
Freddie, we'll be back with you in the next week or two.
Thank you much, you take care, man.
All right, we'll be back.
Keep your head above water up there, dude.
Hey, don't make jokes about flooding. We'll be back after these words from our fine partners on Up North Sports Radio's Finding Fairways, brought to us by Wild Bluff Golf Course in Brimley, Michigan. UP in Brimley, Wild Bluffs Golf Course at Bay Mills Resort and Casino. Matt, were you surprised that Rory repeated?
Yeah, a little bit I was. Nowadays, you don't see many repeats for sure. It makes, the 4th, I think, and not for a long time. So, yeah, I was a little surprised. He somehow made it nerve-wracking again to watch him at the end, but he pulled it off. Good for him.
It started at that shot that he hit right there on number 12, man. That was one of the gutsiest, best shots I've seen there on the last day.
Yeah. I really thought Justin Rose was gonna get his finally, but he kind of fell apart on 11. Wasn't quite the same after that. But
yeah, it cost me a few bucks. That's who I had.
Yeah.
Yeah. How's the snow melt coming? I know that's what you're waiting for.
Yeah, it's coming. We're about halfway, probably half snow, half grass. As we were talking about a minute ago, we haven't quite got the rain that everybody else has downstate there. So still some snow hanging on, but it's at least going in the right direction now.
I know, but the pro shop is open, and you guys are booking tee times and stay and play packages.
Yeah, absolutely. Getting all our merchandise in for the year, so getting that ready. So yeah, we're booking tee times. Lots of events, lots of busy weekends. So yeah, be sure to get those tee times, particularly for the weekends. Go ahead and give us a call, and we'll get it on the books.
Yeah, I got to get some video from your marketing team to put in here so people can see just how fantastic the new hotel is and all the amenities, because that's why we put you guys in this position with what you've done up there. It just ramps up everything that Bay Mills is bringing to the golfing public.
Yeah, absolutely. It's opened in late January. Very, very nice, really nice rooms, pool, spa. It's a pretty awesome addition there.
Yeah. No, I know everybody's really proud. I mean, I knew it would be first class, but I got to tell you, I was just blown away by everything. Is perfect. I mean, you don't expect it in Brimley.
Yeah, I know it went well, went better than we thought, I guess. So yeah,
Yeah.
Very good.
So, how do people start booking those tee times and rooms?
Just call the golf shop. First step there, 906-248-5860, and we can check your tee times first, and then if you do need a room, we'll put you in touch with the hotel and go from there.
Outstanding. Matt Phipps from Wild Bluffs Golf Course. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next week, bud.
All right. Thanks, Jerry.
Quit wasting time putting around and meet us at Wild Bluff Golf Course in Brimley, Michigan. Wild Bluff is a championship golf course with breathtaking views overlooking Lake Superior, with a full-length driving range, chipping area, and large putting green. Visit our fully stocked pro shop for featured golf apparel and equipment, or come to the loft to wine and dine like a pro. Like us on Facebook or visit baymillscasinos.com for more information. Your fairway to heaven starts here.
The golf season for 2026 is already open at Grandview Golf Club. Their state-of-the-art TrackMan simulators are so realistic your game won't skip a beat. Call 231-258-3244 to book an hour in the brand new bar and clubhouse. Play the most iconic golf courses in the world without the cost or travel. Grandview Golf Club is putting their Winter Golf League together right now. Hit some balls, have some drinks and great food, and play golf year-round at Grandview Golf Club.
Ian Murphy from the Iron Pig here. We spent a lot of time reinventing our space in downtown Gaylord. How long has it been since you were really excited about a cocktail and dining experience? Visit Prohibition on Main Street in Gaylord. Open 4 to 10 p.m. Tuesday through Saturday. The adventure begins as soon as you walk in the door. Magical house-made cocktails, unique and savory small plates you won't find anywhere else. Explore Prohibition.com and seriously shake up your social life.
Imagine your ultimate golf experience. There's a good chance it's Michigan's Magnificent 11. 11 spectacular courses from Boyne Golf, varied in both topography and play. Boyne Golf was named the #1 best golf destination in USA Today Reader's Choice 2025. And the Highlands at Harbor Springs is the #2 golf resort in that same USA Today poll. The ultimate golf experience. That's Michigan's Magnificent 11.
Finding Fairways here on Up North Sports Radio and Up North Sports Radio on YouTube and Facebook. Jerry Coyne is Zooming with the great golf architect Ray Hearn at one of his latest masterpieces. Good morning, Ray. How are you?
Very well, very well. The Masters is done. Everyone enjoyed it. And the phones in the golf industry in the northern climate are ringing.
Yes,
Ray,
they are.
when are you going to get started? When are you going to get? And I was like, oh my goodness. Every year this happens, but it's phenomenal. The Masters just breathes fresh air into the weary northern states that are golf crazed from sitting around. The souls that didn't have a chance to go down south, they're rearing to go.
100%. Well, I know you're a little bit farther south where you live in Michigan, Ray, and some of the clubs are starting to open down there.
Yes.
We've got a few more weeks to go. I mean,
Yeah,
that's why we're gonna have Doug Bell from American Dunes on, because they're just opening up right now. And but I know your docket and schedule for restorations and new builds is robust.
Oh my goodness. Blessed. Blessed is the word. We are so fortunate. Yes. And the golf industry is booming. Most architects that men or women that have experience and accomplishments and years behind them are doing well. And in my industry, if you're not, you're kind of in trouble. But yeah, it's phenomenal. We are so thankful. We have some gems that we're working on right now.
Yeah, tell me about the not Ludington, a new golf course on Lake Michigan, or restoring. You're adding to it.
Yeah, several White Lake Golf Club near Muskegon is a driver and a 7-iron. It's really in Whitehall from the inland bay that feeds into Lake Michigan. Tom Bendelow gem from 1914, and then the club president, who was best friends with Bendelow, reportedly, and we're still digging through all the history, did the back nine with Bendelow Consulting. So it's kind of a Bendelow and a Bendelow assist. And yeah, we're restoring some great stuff from the early 1900s, but we're doing a sympathetic restoration to make it work with the modern day game, and obviously the ball and the club. And we're adding this summer, Jerry, this is just on fire nationally. We're adding another short game area. I mean, we have so many of these on the table in Michigan and nationally. And our bread and butter is still restoration of classics. That's where my career has evolved. Now, we still have new 18s on the boards, and those were extinct dinosaurs several years ago. But
no doubt about it.
We did the Cardinal, and we got Maple Lane and Sterling Heights on the board. We got 2 top secret projects that hopefully clients are going to let us unveil the names, but those take a while to roll out because of the permit process nowadays. But the short courses, obviously, Dune Bray, open to rave reviews.
Yeah, it's fabulous
at the Highlands, and yeah, we had some tough critics out, and obviously, Jerry, your pedigree and your knowledge of golf architecture, and then we've had Golf Week's been out there, Golf Magazine, Golf Illustrated, Forbes, Golf Mag. It's amazing. All these papers have a golf division now, and like Forbes has a regular golf column and a golf reporter. So came out from California. He said, Ray, this is incredible. And then Golf Digest gave us the greatest honor. They said these were the top 4 short courses that were built in recent years. And we got one of the gold rings with them. And obviously Gil Hahn's short course at Pinehurst was the Cradle, was number 1. So the Cradle, just phenomenal. But oh my goodness,
Ray, let me ask you very quickly.
Yeah,
Maple Lanes. What are you doing? A complete restoration there? Are you going to? Isn't there 27 holes there?
No, there's 3 18s.
3 18s. Yeah, I
54.
mean that place is a zoo. I mean it is
it's a
legendary.
gold mine. it is a gold mine, and
Yeah.
and we have completed construction drawings, and I'll send you the master plan. It's going to be a championship 18 with some great residential around it by the Masheri luxury home builders. And then obviously a training center, a par 3 course. But, you know, and again, I don't like to, you know, I get paid for doing this, and I'm passionate about what I do, but I said to them, please give this some pause, because as much as I would love to have a nice new Ray Hearn shiny coin on this, you're a historic icon. I mean, those 318s are just revered by so many people. And then you got the 100-year. So they're in a critical phase right now. They're really doing some soul searching about whether this goes forward. Now, when I do construction drawings and clients pay me, they're pretty serious. We're getting near the ring, and we actually got contractor bids. But I would say, I told them, give this some deep thought, because they have faithful patrons right now down there, and they're making a ton of money. It is a gold mine.
Well, you know, Maple Lanes, I mean, as a Metro Detroiter, people played that golf course in the snow. I mean, you could drive back there in the beginning of December, and guys are out there in their heated cars. And I mean, a lot of guys. I mean, that place, I don't know of a golf course that gets more play in Metro Detroit.
I came out early last year, but I came out on a nasty, cold bluster. There was snowflakes in it in early March. And I was going to, you know, do some reconnaissance on about 3 different holes. And the general manager said, well, Ray, avoid the play that's out there. And I'm like, what? And I looked at the parking lot and I was like, oh my goodness, there's like 70 people out there.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. The amount of play that gets, so, you know, they're obviously they're consulting with you about reducing the amount of courses and changing the whole look of what Maple Lanes is. It'll be interesting to see what they do. I mean, like you said, they've got some soul searching to do. I get it.
Oh yeah. Both choices are really good. To keep what they have, continue it, maybe polish the jewel a little bit, or go to this new design. But we continue to do stuff with Boyne. We have oh my goodness, we just signed another gem in Metro Detroit. We were awarded.
Let's pause.
Okay.
We're going to pause there, Ray.
Yeah.
And come back and visit this new announcement that you have for another course in Metro Detroit. Right after these words from our fine partners on Up North Sports Radio's Finding Fairways, brought to us by BoyneGolf.com.
Imagine your ultimate golf experience. There's a good chance it's Michigan's Magnificent 11. 11 spectacular courses from Boyne Golf, varied in both topography and play. Boyne Golf was named the #1 best golf destination in USA Today Reader's Choice 2025. And the Highlands at Harbor Springs is the #2 golf resort in that same USA Today poll. The ultimate golf experience. That's Michigan's Magnificent 11.
Who knew? Fresh air is a destination. Breathe in the glacial carved canvas of northern Michigan's finest golf courses and have your breath taken away by scenic vistas from tee to green. The perfect place to perfect your game in more ways than one. The waves, woods, and wonder of Bel Air. Escape every day. Discover the magic of 90 holes at one resort. Shanty Creek Resort in Bel Air and online at shantycreek.com.
Twin Birch Golf Club in Kalkaska is preparing for a spectacular golf season, and you should too. The Twin Birch Clubhouse restaurant has quickly become a local favorite, with a lunch, dinner, and weekend brunch menu full of classic favorites, made with the freshest ingredients. See all the affordable membership options at twinbirchgolf.com, or save even more when you purchase Twin Birch Golf at qdealsmi.com. qdealsmi.com. See one of Northern Michigan's greatest golf values at twinbirchgolf.com.
One. Welcome back to Finding Fairways here on Up North Sports Radio, our YouTube and Facebook pages, brought to us by Wild Bluffs Golf Course at Bay Mills Resort and Casino in the UP. Jerry Coyne continuing his discussion with Ray Hearn. So tell us, Ray, you signed another project in Metro Detroit.
Oh, this is a gem, Jerry. This is a gem. So a number of architects went after this, but we were fortunate. We were awarded the long-term master planning of the famous Catke Cousins Golf Club at Oakland University.
The original one.
Yes.
Okay, go. Great golf course. Great golf course.
Oh, tremendous. I've golfed it in being, growing up in my office in Plymouth, and
Fabulous. They made some changes in the last 10 years. They flipped the nines and changed a couple of tee boxes. Well, is it going to be a complete redo that you're going to feature there? Or?
No, yes and no. We're going to take it slow. We want to be careful, and there's a lot of involvement by the great Oakland University golf committee they put together. And what we're going to start, and you remember, Jerry, I sent you the article. I like to write. So Golf Industry Magazine asked me to write about changing fairway lines and grass lines around fairways and greens on a golf course, the impact. And the story was written by Mark Leslie, famous golf writer from the East Coast, and he interviewed me, and we put it together duly, and it's called The Line is the King. And oh my goodness, I mean, it just showed the courses like Washtenaw and, Dave Kendall, the late Dave Kendall, God bless his heart, what we've done there and other clubs. So we're doing that a lot at Catke Cousins, and we're moving around the bunkers so they're more strategic, they're more playable, they're more meaningful. And even though it's not a golden age club, I'm going to give it that golden age look. And I'm going to set it back in time a little bit. Oh, my goodness.
Well, there's a lot of mature trees there that I hope you keep them. I don't want to see, we've had this discussion about people chopping 100-year-old trees down. I'm not a big fan of it. And I know you're not either in most cases.
Right. There's a balance, when it interferes with turf growth, that, all of a sudden you got to grow grass, and then it makes sense. But, the extreme philosophy that some architects are taking up carte blanche is let's make everything in Oakmont, let's make it Inverness, let's make it Oakland Hills South.
Don't talk to me about it.
Yeah, I mean, those architects did a great job there. And there is some place and time for that. But man, when you start clear cutting historic courses that, have hundreds and thousands of 100-year, 120-year trees, you got to be careful. You just can't go in and be one side. You got to be open-minded. You got to
be open-minded. I agree. Yeah. I mean, you could take a tree here and there, and then, well, maybe that one's got to go too. You can't clear cut because it takes you 60 years to grow the tree back. Well, it's just nuts.
Well, here's the best compromise I've seen, and it's an Andrew Green thing. I've got some friends that are members in Inverness and Toledo, and they're not real happy.
No.
Some of them aren't just happy. But what Andrew did at Oak Hill, where he took some down, but then he raised the canopy on some, so you can have the tree. You still have to pay attention to it strategically, but if you've got a shot option under it. And
I love what they did at Oak Hills. And compared, I'm going to have Gil on or later on this year, and because he's going to open up the Skyfall course at Forest Dunes.
Oh, that was Andrew Green, Oak Hills.
Yeah, I know that. But what I was going to say is I love what Gil did at Oakmont. But not so much what he did at Oakland Hills. He left some trees at Oakmont that needed to be left, and I think he needed to do the same thing at Oakland Hills. I mean, obviously, having played there a million times, caddied, I got married there. I've got a lot of feelings about Oakland Hills, but his work at Oakmont is spectacular. I think they went too far at Oakland Hills. That's just my own personal opinion.
It's hard to say. I mean, Gil is arguably one of the hottest golf course architects
there's no
in
doubt.
the United States. So, he's on quite a roll, and he's a talented architect. So
there's no doubt.
Yeah.
And let me ask you this, Ray. Two quick questions. We only got about 4 minutes left, so I'll ask you. What you're talking about when you're changing lines of fairways. Does that mean you're going to move the tee box, or you do different cuts, move some bunkers, and change the actual sight lines of how the fairway moves to the green?
Yes, absolutely. You do that, and you can do it with or without adjusting the tees. Now, at Kapke Cousins, they're blessed with the 5-tee system. You come to some clubs that, they're back in the Stone Ages. They literally have 2 tees. They've got a long tee and one other tee. And then, you can change the fairway lines and the run-in and recreate some of the lost bump and run avenues into the green and the anatomy of the green surrounds. But when you have limited tee, you got to almost do that also. But the answer to your question is yes, it changes the approaches into greens, the angles you play. Sometimes you have to accompany that with making tee changes also.
And you did that a lot at the Cardinal. Big time at the Cardinal. Yeah.
And, some of the live players very complimentary to me about that afterward. They're like, Ray, for a course that played 7,000, and remember for them, we had it at par 70. So it held up with those angles and options. We took a lot of trees out at the Cardinal, but it's very fair. But
there's still a lot of trees there.
It's still a parkland golf course. And Mark Pulte's a member at Oakland Hills, wanted to make sure it remained a parkland. And then, the further defense that is the greens are very complex. And they commented on it. And as we saw at Augusta National, when you play with moisture regimes and you play with mowing height, I mean, it can hold up, if the complexity of a green is not over the top, that you ruin it for the members and or public players that play that course. If it's complex enough, but it's fair to them, you can adjust moisture and mowing height for the better players and have a lot of fun, which they really did on the Thursday round. Oh my goodness, at the Masters.
We don't have the time to get into it. I'm going to have to leave our notes for the next time in a couple of weeks, Ray, because I want to talk about how you design a golf course, for the regular player, not making it too penal yet. The experienced and the better player. I mean, to talk about a complex conversation and formula.
It's hard. It is hard, and that's where golf architects really earn their money. And then on green design too. Those two entities are the brain surgery equivalent at golf course architecture. So those are complex items, both those.
Ray, I got to let you go. Tell us where we can get read those articles that you just talked about in the earlier part of the interview.
Yeah, you know what? I'll send you the link, Jerry. It's called The Line is the King. And it was, I think I have a PDF from Golf Industry Magazine, but oh my goodness, it went viral. And, I said, wow, we were already full on changing lines this year and next year. And that was 5 years ago. So
We'll put that link in this week's show
Yeah.
here on Facebook and YouTube page. Ray Hearn, thanks for taking time out from a really busy schedule to join us here on Finding Fairways. We'll see you in a few weeks.
Sounds good, Jerry. Always a pleasure being on your show.
Thank you so much. We will be back after these words from our fine partners on Up North Sports Radio's Finding Fairways, brought to us by BoyneGolf.com.
Quit wasting time putting around and meet us at Wild Bluff Golf Course in Brimley, Michigan. Wild Bluff is a championship golf course with breathtaking views overlooking Lake Superior, with a full-length driving range, chipping area, and large putting green. Visit our fully stocked pro shop for featured golf apparel and equipment, or come to the loft to wine and dine like a pro. Like us on Facebook or visit BayMillsCasinos.com for more information. Your fairway to heaven starts here.
Ian Murphy from the Iron Pig here. We spent a lot of time reinventing our space in downtown Gaylord. How long has it been since you were really excited about a cocktail and dining experience? Visit Prohibition on Main Street in Gaylord. Open 4 to 10 p.m. Tuesday through Saturday. The adventure begins as soon as you walk in the door. Magical house-made cocktails, unique and savory small plates you won't find anywhere else. Explore Prohibition.com and seriously shake up your social life.
The golf season for 2026 is already open at Grandview Golf Club. Their state-of-the-art TrackMan simulators are so realistic your game won't skip a beat. Call 231-258-3244 to book an hour in the brand new bar and clubhouse. Play the most iconic golf courses in the world without the cost or travel. Grandview Golf Club is putting their Winter Golf League together right now. Hit some balls, have some drinks and great food, and play golf year-round at Grandview Golf Club.
And the folks at Boyne Golf, Ken, what a magnificent Masters we had again. Never disappoints.
It's incredible. It continues to live up to the billing. I mean, from Corey's commanding lead on Friday, where we're like, okay, can anybody catch him? And then Saturday, can he fall any farther? This, like, work your way back to the field and let it be competitive Sunday, which it was. But finally, on the back nine, he pulled away a little bit and then was able to maintain it. And I mean, just great drama. A number of guys still stayed in the game and were involved right up almost to the end. So great golf. What a way to start the year.
Speaking of involved, you were involved in the Governor's Tourism Council.
Yeah, leading up to it, the Governor's Tourism Conference last week was held over in Traverse City. Beautiful meeting, great to see a lot of support from golf resorts and the golf industry at this conference, just touting all the, how strong golf is in Michigan and how good it is for the economy.
Well, I see it everywhere. All the golf courses that are part of this golf show continue to grow their rounds, continue to have visitors coming from other places. I mean, you and I have been talking about that for years, about how much your customer base has expanded from Michigan to the Midwest to Spain.
Well, overall, and hopefully we're trying to be a leader in Michigan, but overall, 60,000 people were employed in the golf industry in Michigan, and 1.8 billion paid in wages, 821 million in taxes that Michigan gets collect. If you're looking about sustainability, over 92,000 acres of green space. It's a $6.1 billion, and this is for the Michigan Golf Association, that the golf has on the Michigan economies. Those numbers, as wowing as they are and we know the Michigan golf experience is great, but like it's supported by outside. You know, last week it was announced or 2 weeks ago that the USA Today Reader Survey, and yes, we were fortunate. We got the #3 golf resort in the U.S. again. But I mean, overall, Petoskey area was named the #5 area in the United States, and UP was the #1 area, and you know, Black Lake and the Cardinal at St. John's both were in the top 7 for golf courses. I mean, these are national awards and recognition for Michigan golf overall, and we certainly try and do our part.
And speaking of golf, getting ready to open the
More on April 24th, so coming up here next weekend. And then by May 8th, we're looking to have all 10 championship courses open, with Dune Break coming a little bit later. And, you know, May 2nd is when you can do both of my vices, and I hope other people's, but, you know, the Hemlock Open. So you get a couple ski runs with a partner. You get you play a 9-hole scramble, you put the scores together, and, you know, you really have a hall pass to get out and do 2 great sports and then move right into golf season.
So move right over to BoyneGolf.com, make your tee time, see if you can grab a spot in the Hemlock Open. And Ken, we'll check in with you next week.
Thanks, Jerry. Always great talking to you.
Radio 101.1 WGRY, our YouTube and Facebook page. Jerry Coyne is joined by the PGA General Manager of American Dunes, Doug Bell. Doug, good to see you.
Jerry, great to see you again. That must mean that we've got another season of golf in front of us.
As I told you on the phone, you know, we're chomping at the bit to play golf up here in northern Michigan, but just a couple hours away, you're already up and running.
We are. And, you know, just like last night, you and I spoke on the phone leading up to this interview that we have been dry all season. We haven't had, you know, we got rid of our snow long ago. The course came through perfect. I told the owners it looked like we're walking the fairways of Augusta. They came through the winter that good. And then even last night, I'm guessing we got pummeled. I know in Muskegon, North got just pummeled with rain, and we got an inch. We got an inch. We didn't get 4 inches. We got an inch. So, but the course is all pure sand, so it had a place to go, and we could have played today very easily. So yes, we're open. This weekend we're open Thursday through Sunday. Okay, we're gonna take Monday. We're gonna take Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday off. And then next Thursday, the 23rd, we go live for the rest of the year. So still tee times available this Thursday, tomorrow, and on Saturday and Sunday if guys want to come down or gals want to come see us.
I think guys and gals do want to come see us, you know, especially if they've played there before, like I've been fortunate enough to play a couple of times. It's truly one of the best courses in the state, if not the Midwest. You know, it's really funny, Doug. I was thinking about this yesterday because I was watching a little bit of the Western Collegiate. They're playing Pasatiempo, and I know you guys are on TV in the fall. And, man, there's a lot of similarities to Pasatiempo and American Dunes. I'm like, I had to take a double take. They can't be playing in.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, the golf course is eye candy. A lot of people describe it as that. It's eye candy. There's a lot of fairway out there you can hit, but people don't see the fairway. They see all those cool-looking bunkers splashing up and the fescue grass is growing. So if somebody does come down and play us before June 1st, they're going to have a little softer golf course because the fescue grass isn't developed yet. But we'll look fully like we need a haircut by about the first weekend in June.
It's a tremendous opportunity to play some great golf, and especially as highly ranked as your golf course is, the rates aren't sky high. They are so incredibly reasonable. Do you have? Are we in a shoulder season now until we get to Memorial Day down there?
We are. So Jerry, we opened the golf course at $75. We open with a nice package for the Masters, and then we roll up to our core season rate of $205. And then we slide back down in the month of October and November. So depending on when you can come, all of it's laid out on our website, very clear for people to understand. And again, if you're a first responder or a military active or a veteran, you're always going to get a less expensive fee. The highest fee we charge peak season for that individual is $135. So
wow,
there's a way to play it at a reasonable price. And we'd still love to see you in the summer if that's when people can make it.
Yeah, the There's so many veterans up here in Northern Michigan listening to this golf show. I did not, we've had a number of interviews. I did not know the rate was that low for active and retired military. That is a steal. I mean,
yeah.
God
So
bless them.
no, we like to say no. There's no senior rates. There's no twilight rates. What we do is we offer those heroes of ours a lower price every day of the week.
And I got to imagine, Doug, now that you've been there, how many years have we been open there now? Is this year 4?
We're entering year 6.
Year 6, geez, wow.
Yeah. So we've had 21, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We've got 5 years under our belt. We're still a young pup, and we're entering our 6th full season.
I'm sure you see a lot of emotional experiences when veterans visit for the first time, especially.
We do. I'll just let your listeners know this, because this is always a possibility. Last Thursday, our very first day, I get a call from a very nice lady at a local church here, and she wanted to bring out a group of 12, not to play golf, just to walk through the memorial. Have me kind of spend 15, 20 minutes explaining American Dunes to them, why we're here, what we do every day. It was the toughest crowd I've had because none of them play golf. So, but 4 of them were veterans, and 8 of them, I'd say 8 or 9 of them, had somebody in their family that had either served or was serving. So it was a very easy conversation. Even though they weren't golfers, they understood that if they came and got a hamburger or bought a sweatshirt, listened to some live music on the patio, bought a glass of wine, it all went to the same cause, where 100% of our profits are donated from all those items, along with golf, to the scholarship at Folds of Honor. So that 20-minute little talk turned into an hour and a half, and they had a wonderful visit. So one of the gals in that group, her daughter was 23 years U.S. Navy and is now in the U.S. Coast Guard, and comes to town twice a year and is Grand Haven as Coast Guard City, USA. It's just amazing the connections that we have when people come and walk through that memorial on the way in. And as you say, many of them get emotional. They might know one of the service members who's represented on that memorial wall, and that leads to all kinds of emotions.
Yeah, it's the giant American flag that you have there just off the 18th. I mean, the whole thing is such a tribute to patriotism. There really is no other golf experience like it in the U.S., and you've been a wonderful steward of it down there. Talk a little bit about the accommodations nearby. What from visitors that are coming there from here in our northern Michigan regions?
Great question. We like to ask folks if they need any assistance with that, and then depending on if they're driving down from the north, up from Chicago or the south, or across from Detroit, we kind of get a geographic layout. So we work with hotels in as far south as down near Benton Harbor. We've got some relationships with the casinos down in that area, Four Winds. We can get people recommendations in Holland, Grand Rapids, if they want to stop there and play some other courses and have that be home base, whether that's downtown or out by the airport. We can get them in Muskegon or right here in Grand Haven. But whether they're looking for an Airbnb or a straight hotel, we can help facilitate that and make recommendations based on direction and how many in your party.
I'm sure that gets to be a pretty important stuff when you get the huge groups that you guys get throughout the season.
It is. And, Jerry, my history up north with the resorts, if the bigger the group, the farther out they plan, right? So if we get a call last year, we coordinated a group of 72. They called us a year in advance. We got them locked down at the local Holiday Inn. And then not only did they book us for 27 holes in one day, but I helped facilitate. I think they played Harbor Shores. They played down at the Ravines Golf Course, the Palmer Golf Course in Saugatuck. So they were able to, again, big group, work far out. They figured it out. So we can certainly help make those recommendations.
Yeah, there's that. There's the Mines in Grand Rapids. That's a really sharp golf course. You can make a really nice Western Michigan golf trip out of Harbor Shores, as you mentioned. That's what I've done a couple of times. And man, you get your group having dinner after playing those two babies, and there's a lot of great conversations.
There really is. And especially if you're coming, most of your listeners being up in northern Michigan, obviously the options are, it's a plethora, right? They're all good. But if your listeners want to venture down this way, whether they're coming down the coast on US 31 past Arcadia and Manistee National and some of the courses in Ludington, or they're coming down 131 and they want to cut across, we can help if they would like suggestions. We're here. I mean, that's what we did up north. We're going to still do it down here.
Yeah, fantastic stuff. Doug, are you going to have that collegiate golf tournament again this coming fall?
We are. We've got it scheduled. The opening round will be on Monday, Labor Day this year. So it's 1 week earlier. If you consider Labor Day a week earlier, the way the calendar falls, it's later this year. So that'll be that Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. So yeah, it'll be a wonderful event. All the teams have been selected. They'll be on our website soon.
I can't let you go, and I know we'll have you on a couple more times this year because I just love getting the story out there. One of the hallmarks of your club is the amazing merchandise choices that you have, and I know that there's thousands and thousands of items you sell online to people will never get to the golf club.
That is true. Our web store presence is fairly well taken advantage of, and it is funny because there's days, Jerry, I leave my office and the golf shop will have several people acquiring a couple items in it, and this gentleman came in on opening day. First people we checked in opening day, they saw us at the Chicago Golf Show.
Okay.
And they'd heard about us, but spent a few minutes with us in Chicago, so they came up. Second group we checked in from Milwaukee, and they were headed up to Grayling for a bachelor party in Grayling. So they weren't going to play much golf up there. This was last weekend, but
yeah, they didn't play any golf.
Yeah. Well, third group, Detroit Golf Show. It was funny, back to back to back. And the group from Detroit, the guy walks in and he said, "I saw your booth in Detroit, but man, I'm going to do some damage in this space right here." So it's always fun to see what they wear when they come in, because it's usually some version of red, white, or blue. They wear their uniform in here, their patriotic outfit, but then they leave with a couple new outfits.
There's no doubt about it. When we were there this past summer, got to talking to another group of guys from Chicago. They were headed up to the courses in Ludington after playing you guys. Mm-hmm. And, just were wowed by not only the golf course and the views that we talked about, the patriotism, but your staff. We'll leave with that. You have the staff understands the message that you guys put out day in and day out. And it just embraces every visitor that way.
Well, I thank you for saying that. I appreciate those. When we hear that, there's nothing that makes me prouder, because we do have a great team, and that's what it takes to do what we do. So thank you.
Doug Bell, what is the website for American Dunes?
AmericanDunesGolfClub.com.
There you go. Ladies and gentlemen, get on that website, book up the tee times, because trust me, they get swallowed up. I had a lot of trouble getting those times in August, man.
That's right. Come see us, folks. Thanks, Jerry.
Doug, thank you. We'll talk to you soon.
All right, sir.
That's going to do it for us here on Finding Fairways. As we like to say, find a fairway of your own, stick a peg in the ground, and pound it down the middle at hole number 1 at American Dunes. We'll see you next week on Course Radio.